What's up everyone, this is Kenny here from Property Stories. So today we're going to talk about rental, everything about rental. So I'm going to share with you some of the tips to rent out your property fast and what are some of the mistakes, right, property investors, especially the newbie property investors actually make, okay? So the first thing first is that you need to decide what's the purpose of you buying that property, that house. For me, when I bought my first property and even now where you are watching this, where I'm staying, I actually bought it for investment. I never intended to stay in any of the property, okay? So when I say I buy for investment, that means my strategy, everything is aligned to investment. This is very common. Sometimes I see a lot of people, when they buy property, they will say, oh, when complete only, we decide. Don't know, own stay or investment, don't know, complete only decide. This is actually a mistake. Yeah, you may think, Kenny, it's going to complete like 4 years later. Why can't I decide 4 years later? Because you won't. And I've seen many cases, they won't. And they waste a lot of time. Once you get key, they waste a lot of time, ding dong, and every month need to pay the bank interest, bank installment. Bank is the one that's making money. Some of them until 6 months also haven't decided. I don't know how they survive, but 6 months haven't decided. No tenant, nothing. The house just got key, that's it, 6 months. Okay? So before you even buy, decide whether it's own stay or investment. Why you think the agents actually, even I myself, agents as such as myself will ask, own stay or investment? Because number one, we want to see whether you are clear or not. If you are looking for own stay and if you are looking for investment, it's two different criteria, you know. Very easy to sell to investors. It's just numbers. There's nothing else. Numbers only. Just price. The numbers make sense, that's it, you got a deal. But if you sell to own stay, these people usually will take a longer time to make a decision. But these two is nothing worse than the third kind. Is indecisive kind. The moment you tell your agent this, oh, actually I haven't decided I won't stay on investment. I see how first. You will go to the bottom of the list. We don't know when you want to buy a house or when you need a house, okay? Or who actually made you to actually go and buy. Sometimes I meet some of the young buyers, right? They will just tell, oh, I don't know, my father asked me to buy, my mother asked me to buy, my parents asked me to buy. I don't know. That one I can understand if your parents is paying lah. If you are paying, you better make sure, you better make them make sure that you can actually afford it, and you make sure you want to buy. If not, you please do not sign the dotted line, because I can tell you 100% certainty, if you cannot pay and if your parents is the one that force you, at the end of the day, the responsibility falls on you to pay the installment. If you cannot pay, lay low, bankrupt, and you are the one that have to find a place to stay. All right? If you stay at your parents, even worse. So please don't simply like just take it lightly. This is things like a few $100,000. Okay? So the first point is that you need to decide whether it's own stay or investment. Next, we go to doing your research. Next, of course, you need to do your research. When you buy for own stay, you have your own set of criteria, like which area, what's your budget like, how many rooms you need. When you buy for investment, you look at different set of criteria. What is the rental like? What is the cost like? What's the maintenance like? You look more on numbers. The moment that you entry cost also is your biggest concern is the entry point as an investor. So do your research. And then when own stay also, you have the option to furnish nicely, or you maybe just move in with just your bed, the whole house is still empty, still okay, no problem. If you buy for investment and that place you want to get a higher rental, usually you need to have fully furnished property. Fully furnished, then you need to calculate whether fully furnished is worth it or not. Whether the extra 500 ringgit a month is worth it or not. So it's totally different. And when you get a key, right, the prices may run from what is initially budget. Do you have the extra money or not? So you need to consider all this and you need to do your research. Your cost of renovation may increase, because every year building material prices all increase, right? That's the normal assumption lah. Okay, but every year salary increase or not? Is every year the same people that is going to stay there? Let's just say you talk about an executive from that one office will stay there. Few years down the road, when your property is ready, is this company still going to be there or not? Or going to be more remote work? Who's going to rent your place? There's a lot of things that's uncertain here. Okay, so you need to have like a multiple strategy for your property. It's not as simple as, okay, I like this place, I can afford it, it's within my budget, I buy. So that's why people who already did their research, they rent out faster their property. Okay, next one I see is that the rookie investors they waste a lot of time, including myself. Okay, what I mean by this, when you take key, right, your defect, which house got no defect one, I ask you? Uneven paint lah, the paint maybe the door maybe a bit chipped here and there. So if you are an investor, think like an investor. Time is worth more than money. The faster you get your unit to furnish and rent out, the faster it is that you can get rental. You lessen your downtime, you understand? Different, I know. If you own stay, this cheap paint uneven the whole house full of sticker, that one, yes, I understand. Own stay. You see especially high rise, when you go in the property, right, you will know roughly who are the more experienced investors. The more experienced investors, this one jalan first, do first. Anything can touch up yourself. The paint coat, just get a paint coat from the developer, paint yourself and jalan, do as fast as possible, so that you will be the first in the market. You can set the rental rate and you have a little bit of room to maneuver. Which brings me to my also another mistake. Most of the new investors, they are not decisive. They keep on comparing things. I give you an example. My friends are contractors, and the contractors, right, they go in and for renovation, all the time it's like that, is compare price only. The investors will just compare price. They don't care. This one is fully furnished, this is partial furnished, this what kind of things you give, don't care one. They just ask my friend, oh, you quote me lah, you send me a quote oh, want to meet or cannot, don't want to meet, or send quote. Then they take, they compare. 3 quotes not enough, 4 5 quotes for other contractors. Then in the end, you know what the worst? Oh, this one table dining set expensive. Oh, this one the side door wardrobe expensive. I want the best and cheapest from all this for myself. Then waste another 1 or 2 months just to find one by one of these items to put inside the house, just because to save that pennies. This is called penny wise, pound foolish. Okay? In defect, unless it's something major, for example, you come in the house and you see there's a patch there. Actually, it's very lucky, because when you come in a new house, to see whether there's a leaking on your ceiling, the top unit supposed to have water connected. Who knows, you come in when the top owner already take keys, then maybe you get to see. That is what happened to my property. When I first got the keys 14 years ago, that is what happened. I come in, right, the ceiling, water patches. Okay, I bought it sub-sale, and I bought it, and the moment I got a key is after the VP, right? When you got the key VP, actually the owner is the one sold to me. So I got it, I think, in about 3 months, I can see. So in 3 months, right, that property actually nobody stays one. So I saw, unless that one is still under defect liability period, yes, that one you have to pass back to the developer to rectify. Remember, if it's not major, like leaking, pipe leaking, structural damage, please do yourself as fast as possible, settle it, and rent it out. My mistake also, I took for granted. Like so many times I mentioned, property is not just investing. It's not a hands-off investing. It's a people's investment. It's a people's business. So I thought that, okay, so I put a report already, you have to do mah. I just wait lor. I never follow up. The developer staff, developer contractor just shake leg lor. You know how long I waited to rectify it? 1 year. Every month I'm paying 2,000. That time I so busy with work, then I also don't bother. You know, one day when I got fed up, right, I just go to the store nearby, the mama store nearby. I bought him a teh tarik. I go to the management office. I ask who's the one in charge. I bought him a teh tarik. I give to him. Then I ask him to settle. Within that day, next day settle. Next day, done. You know, he go and see and do everything, come back done. So it at the start, right, it shows you property is a people's business. If you don't like people, if you don't like dealing with people, real estate is going to be very painful for you. Real estate investing and direct ownership is going to be very painful for you. Okay, you already know that you're going to rent the property, right? Rent out. Before you take key, what I will do is that, let's just say I bought condo A, then there's condo B beside. I will go to the portals. I will see who's renting out. The agents renting out all the condo B. Then I'll leave my phone number and email. Ask them to contact me. I'll just tell them I'm the new owner of condo A. I'm taking keys this date and this time. So if you would like to market my property, please come. Then you meet all the agents. On that one day when you do your defect check, you also meet the agents. Okay? I can tell you my experience that time I tried to rent out my own self, the market was so damn slow, and the agents also not moving. I took matters into my own hands. So I sent, I think, a lot of invitation to come, just to come to my house and take photo. I think about 14 agents came, and only at the end one is the one that rented out. But along the way there's like, I think 4 or 5 viewings. Then finally one actually rented out. And my price wasn't that high. Okay? So you can do the same thing. So once the agent come and take photo, everything already, they can advise you about how much the rental also, and who's the tenant, who's your potential tenant at that point. Because the agents will know the market in that area, correct? Who's the tenant? If they don't know, most likely they won't come. But actually sometimes if come also, most of the time is the agent that is new to that location. Okay, you just ask them these standard questions like what are the rental rates like, what's fully furnished or partially furnished or even basic. Nowadays people usually don't do basic right now, especially when it comes to like middle mass market properties like 400 over thousand up to 600,000. Usually is one fully furnished one nowadays market but back then I heard some is even basic also still can cover because the property price is very low last time. Okay, I digress. This part here, this is what you can do. Okay, another thing I will do is that once I choose the contractor, I also will make sure the contractor finish within 1 month, and then I'll tell the agents, oh, my unit will finish in this date. Then at the end of the renovation, when take keys back to the contractor, make sure you as a landlord, you go there and inspect yourself and take beautiful pictures. Never mind, I understand all of us are normal people, we are not professional photographers. Just take picture, take as best as you can. Make sure the place is brightly lit. Okay, I can give you a tip. Make sure the place is brightly lit, not messy. Okay, this one, if your contractor is a normal contractor, general contractor that handles everything, they will know how to make the place presentable, okay, for you to inspect and then release the final payment. Okay, so during that point of time, that's when the unit is the most beautiful, clean everything. You just take photo, take as much as you can. Then tell the agents, okay, my unit is ready to rent out. I'm taking the keys at this time, you can come. You can invite the same agents that came the first time, or you can invite more. But I will choose to just invite more. I come and take photo and go, and bring me some tenants. Okay. With regards to the keys, how you want to rent fast, right? You usually have spare keys, right? My unit here I have three keys, three sets of keys. What you can do, right, is to pass to the agents that you think is hardworking. There's most listings. That one I will pass the agent. That means the agent has the most number of units there for rent or for sale around the area. Okay, how do I know? You can go to the property portals, you sort out. Maybe condo A is the one that you bought, right? Then B is beside, C is beside. Then every time you see the first same name, all portals everywhere all same name. Then you pass the key one to the person. I would prefer, right, the agent actually is working with another colleague, at minimum two people, or even if four people, even better lah. Two people minimum because is like I mentioned so many times, real estate business is not no longer a solo business. The faster you get, you rent out, the better you can move on. Faster you can move on to another transaction. Okay, real estate is a transaction business. Okay, the more transaction you do, the faster. It's good for you also as a landlord. Lesser downtime for your property. Okay, so I would prefer a real estate agent who has a partner, not doing solo, because solo never cannot cope. That is what happened to me, and that is how I failed. Okay, my sub sales doing rental and sale. That's how I feel because I work solo. Want to collaborate also, we have our reservations, but I will go through this in another video just to address those who wants to become a real estate agent in the future. The next one, like the last one, actually is perhaps the most important one. Once you get a few offers, right, or viewings, the agent bring you the offers, then you know, okay, roughly this is the market price. If you don't get offers, maybe you price it out too high. I give you an example. Market rate is 3,000. Then you tell the agent, oh yo, this one very nice one, very nice. I put furnishing. Don't know from where one, from which atas place. I want 3,500. You find for me the tenant. You find for me, I give you 1.5. Give higher incentives or more. 1.5. But the market rate is 3,000. 3,000. You want 3,500. Oh, you can give 4,000. I give you 1.5. You tell the agent. I can tell you, the agent is not stupid. It's no point having a high commission, high rental, high commission, but you cannot close. The market doesn't have that pricing power. So if the agent go and list at 3,500 and another unit, the agent lists at 3,000, you think who will get called first? Not you only want to rent. So when it comes to pricing, you can gauge, that is why you always need to ask the local agents what are the pricing like. If I were to want to rent fast, let's just say the price is 3,000. I will say, okay, if you can get me this criteria, like for example, I want the executive, they are working, or maybe there's a small family, one kid, two kids, it's a 3-bedroom. So if they can rent for 2 years, I give you 2,008. I give the rental at 2,008, but must be 2 years. And your commission will be 1.25 or 1.5. You can negotiate that way. Then the agent will push you. Okay, of course, your part, you have to make sure the furnishing has to be roughly the same. Because beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Really very hard to tell, but you wouldn't go wrong if you furnishing, you follow roughly the market, what the market wants. If it's a local market or it's an expat market, it's different. You have to ask the agent what kind of furnishing that the tenant will like. You can gauge it by going the listing of the properties nearby. If I were to go do a research, what I'll do is that I'll go to the properties nearby and look at the pictures. So I see, okay, roughly this furnishing, the rental is 3,000, for example. Oh, this one more atas furnishing, rental 4,000. Something like that. Of course, you must compare your unit. If it's 2-bedroom, the other one also you compare 2-bedroom. Don't you 2-bedroom, you compare 3-bedroom, unless there's nothing to compare. Okay? So that is what you can do. I will price it a bit lower. Then one more thing, right? As an investor, you don't stay there. You should take out the emotion from the house, from the decision. Easier said than done. I'm also very emotional. I got attached to my property because I got attached because it's my first one, very sayang, you know. So what you can do is to also have a set of criteria, but not too hard. If your criteria is too fussy, you're too fussy as a landlord, you're too fussy in choosing the tenant, next time the agent won't bring it to you. I give you an example. Last time I got a landlord, okay, already want to do room rental. So there's a 3 bedroom. She said the landlord is a she. So she said her daughter will stay in the master room. Then she got a middle room to rent. Only the middle room, only one. The whole house got 3 rooms. She only want to rent 1 room. Never mind, okay? Because the small room want to let the daughter use. I don't know lah, don't care lah. Huh? But here's the catch. She told me, I only want to rent the middle room, meaning you only get the room for the same amount other people get. You don't get to use all the other facilities in the house, meaning you don't get to cook in the house, you don't get to stay at the lounge there or the couch there or the aircon in the hall. You can only use the one in your room. That means you don't get to use the washing machine also. That means she only want to rent that room only. You guess what I did to her? Nah, I said, then she also said, oh sorry, I very fussy. You guess what I did to her? I just say, oh no lah, it's okay lah, I understand, it's your house. Then I never contact her anymore. Waste my time. This kind of landlord is a waste of time. There's so many others. Why the heck do I have to refer to you? Might as well I refer to other people. Okay? I refer to other people that can close. That's all I want as an agent. Speed is key for an agent. Speed is key also for you as an investor. That's all I want to say. I hope the tips and the stories I've shared, right, actually helped lah. So I think I've said a lot, but let's recap. The first one is decide your purpose. Okay. Second is do your research, especially when it's VP, about to VP, about to get keys. You want to rent fully furnished, basic. Nowadays you have fully furnished, so you better prepare your money lah, usually. Okay. When you got the keys, you settle the defect as ASAP. Okay. If it's non-structural defect, number 4, please do not wait. Patch up yourself and rent it out. And as faster you rent out, the less downtime you have, the more money you make. Okay. And 5th is that you inform your agents immediately before when you want to get keys, right? You inform the agents you are getting keys, introduce yourself, and ask them to come. The same goes after you finish furnishing already. You go there and take the photos. You also inform the agent to come. Make sure you get the agent in communication with the agent all the time. Okay. I know. I heard some landlords also tell me, hey, why should I do all this to the agent? Agent want my money mah. Agent should be following up with me what? Well, you are right. Agent like me also want your money, so I should be following up with you. You are right. The thing is, you must remember the agent is not the one paying the installment. Okay? So you as a landlord need to learn how to be responsible as a landlord. It's your investment. It's the agent's business. I will explain more this concept in the next video. Okay. Next one, the final one is pricing. I think you can be flexible with the pricing, negotiate the pricing. If you want to rent out faster, of course, be a bit lower, but do not compromise on your quality. Because I rather actually wait than get a bad tenant then do not screen the tenant. In terms of pricing, one more thing I think you all can do if you all rent out to locals is to give discounts when they agree to checks, like background CTOS checks, right? You ask them to pay. Then you reduce the rental. Maybe first 3 months you reduce by 100 ringgit, okay what? Then go back to normal. Then you put in a tenancy agreement, no problem. peace of mind actually. You go to the person that signed the tenancy agreement, run a CTOS check. How to run a CTOS check? The agency actually has a means to run the CTOS check, but they need authorization letter from the tenant. The tenant need to authorize, okay? And there's a fee to pay. Speaking of CTOS, right? I also think that you can do this. You can ask the tenant to download the CTOS app and print out the CTOS for you. Give the incentive. You print out a CTOS for you and you tell it. You got the IC, right? So you tell it, CTOS report. Because CTOS report will write IC one. IC name. Okay? Done. That also is possible. Then rather you wait for the agency to do for you. No need. You can also do this. Incentivize the prospect to rent on you. Okay? So I think I said enough. I've shared enough. If you want to know what is the property that I'm selling at this moment, you can actually check out the comments down below. Get in touch with me. Alright? Until then, this is Kenny here from Property Stories, and I'll see you again next video. Bye bye.